School. This here is Joseph Mark, and welcome back to Reminders. And I am here to remind you that your life is great and it's going to stay that way. Not only is it going to stay great, it's going to keep getting better. And if you have tuned into very many of the programs, you are starting to notice a central theme, and that is to stay optimistic about life, to stay positive about life, and to enjoy life like you're meant to enjoy it. Now, a lot of times we come against things in life, and that's okay. We also have the power and the intellect and the consciousness to overcome any obstacles that are in our way. And that's where we come in as winners, because we do not complain about the obstacles, but we just circumnavigate around them and we overcome them any way possible. And it doesn't matter what kind of obstacle there is, we can go around it, we can go over it, we can go under it. We'll find a way to get around it. And that's what makes us unique as a species in this planet, is that we can overcome things and that we can look at things and rationalize it, and we can say, well, let's work on it this way. It doesn't work this way, let's try another way. And today is number 4 on the 20 principles of being, and it is, I can say what I want to say. Now, sometimes you'll notice that I am not the best speaker, but I can say what I want to say, and so can you. And that's what we're talking about today. And when I think of that, there's a couple things that come to mind. First of all, when we are confronted with something, or we have somebody that challenges us in some sort of way, we can actually stand up for ourselves, and we can say, listen, I don't agree with that, or, you can say whatever you need to say. We as individuals have that desire where we want to be able to speak our mind, and we want to be able to stand up for what we think. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter if your belief matches with someone else's. That is what makes you an individual. And who is to say who is right and who is wrong? Now, I really don't see a need to defend myself on too much. I'll just say, well, let's agree to disagree. And that usually works pretty good. Some people do not want to do that, though. They want to disagree. They want to disagree to disagree. But that's okay. Don't let them bring you down, and just keep going forward and say, listen, I'm not going to discuss it. I don't agree with it. This is my viewpoint, and that's all. And there's also another thing I think of when I think of I can say what I want to say, is a lot of times challenge yourself to come out of your shell. A lot of times we feel like we can't say anything. We have this self-constricted mode set where we don't want to speak out, or we don't want to say something. Or maybe there's somebody that you like and you have put off asking them out, or just saying hello to them, or introducing yourself. Challenge yourself to start speaking more and to say, hey, I just wanted to say I'm Joe Williams. It's nice to meet you. I've noticed that you've been around here and you seem like a nice lady. Whatever it is. And you can really kind of challenge yourself. A lot of times you'll surprise yourself exactly how receptive people are. And if you put out the right vibe, a lot of times you will get the right vibe back. So a lot of it is us. Don't be such a little shell, in such a shell that you can't enjoy life. But come out of that shell. If you blunder, so what? I blunder every time I'm on this show. But so what? Keep going forward. Some days are better than others. You'll find that out. Some days you can speak a lot better. Some days you are motivated. Everything's clicking good. And then some days are tough. You have to really almost force yourself to be in a certain mood, or to be up, or maybe to be able to speak with confidence. But every day you are building yourself. Every day is a new day. Every day is a different day. And then also, when I think of say what you want to say, I think of speaking wonderful things. Change your vocabulary to focus on positive and to focus on good things. I notice when I speak negatively about anything, I can feel a change in me. And I actually know that it's going against my being. You can feel it if you speak negative to somebody, or you speak something negatively that you shouldn't have about somebody or something. I even don't even like to speak negative about the economy or my country or anything. Even if I'm not happy with something, I find it hard to speak negatively. And I think that's a good thing. To me, it's a sign of growth for my own way of being and my own individuality. But it might be different for you. Maybe you are a person that likes to speak that way. Maybe it gets it off your chest or whatever. But for me personally, I like to really focus on positive vocabulary. And I notice that it makes a change inside of me. It helps me. But work on your vocabulary, speaking positive. And I notice too, when we just speak and concentrate and focus on the positive, that the negative seems to fall away. And a lot of times we are what we speak. Whenever we are speaking things, we are in a creative process, whether it is a good creative process or what we might consider bad, but positive or negative, you are always creating, and a lot of that creation comes from what comes out of you and comes out of your mouth. So I want you to say what you want to say, but focus on good and focus on saying wonderful things, mighty and great things. I think we have lost a little bit of our beautiful poetry and our beautiful speech that you read. You read things from Hamlet and you read things from the past, and you go, wow, they had such a way of speaking. Change your vocabulary, change the way you speak, say what you want to say, speak your mind and do it eloquently. And you know what? Life will be great. This here's Joseph Mark reminding you that life is great and it's going to stay that way. Stay beautiful till next time.